Hello, gracefully chosen community, and welcome to Foster My Stories, the achievement focused podcast for foster care, adoption, orphan, inclusive of underserved communities. I'm your host, Shalina Michelle Tate, and on today's cast episode, I would like to recap some highlights from May and to also give you some approaching updates for Foster My Stories. I wanted to take the time to highlight the month of May because it was National Foster Care Awareness Month. As many of you already know or are learning, I grew up in the Richland County foster care system, which is located in Columbia, South Carolina. I was in the system for 17 years, and May was National Foster Care Awareness Month. So I am having now the growing opportunity to make positive strides towards this community. Last month, I held the first fill in the blank Fostered My Stories contest, where weekly questions was posted from selected Fostered My Stories podcast episodes via Facebook page. And I would like to thank everyone who participated, especially the prize winners who submitted correct answers. Jasmine Ferrier, the June featured guest for Foster My Stories podcast. Super excited to have had her on and to also have had her as one of the contest winners. Then we have Caprice Taylor, who is a local Zumba instructor via Move Fitness. If you would like to get into Move Fitness or Zumba, you can look up her content here on Facebook page at Zumba, Z-U-M-B-A, Fitness with Caprice, and there's a picture of her dancing in action right there on Facebook. I would look her up and check out her content and see how you can further connect, along with Alicia Intzminger, an inspiring foster mother and upcoming Foster My Stories podcast guest. Super excited to have her on in time. And the plus, which you may see in the May Recap Plus title, the plus is the upcoming editions you can look forward to relative to Foster My Stories. There is a website that is currently in the works where listeners like yourself can connect with other listeners. You can review Foster My Story guest content and also order products. The website will feature gracefully chosen products you and your family can buy and send as gifts to someone you know as a foster mom, a foster pop, a chosen child, a social worker, or a guardian ad litem, which is a family or youth court representative that you may know. Let me take the time to express that a foster mom, a foster pop, or a chosen child includes anyone raised by family members. I mentioned that briefly on some episodes, how where your family is the one actually taking care of you. You don't have to have gone through the foster care system like I did and others did, raising you. Grandparents, technically that would be considered foster mom, foster dad. So the items that's on that page includes you as well. I'm so excited by the changes that's coming and to be able to connect you, the gracefully chosen listeners. More updates will be posted and announced. And if your upbringing, community service, or job connects you to the foster, adoption, orphan, or underserved community, I would love to chat at Chosen Child 1984 Facebook page. You can catch updated Foster My Stories podcast content via Wednesdays at the new time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, via Red Circle Podcast, Spotify, Amazon Audible, Radio Public, and Google Podcast. Make sure to stay connected for podcast updates, content, and guest interviews. And remember, as always, being fostered, adopted, orphaned, or underserved simply means you're gracefully chosen. Take care.